module 4. So module 4 is super easy. So the reason why there's only 16 slides because there's only 2 topic, okay, for this module. Okay, well, in my class before, so we have 1 hour and 25 minutes or 20 minutes on that meeting. So I did discuss this one, for maybe 10 to 15 minutes or 10 to 20 minutes, and then the rest I gave that time for them to analyze everything. Okay, so I told this one will really consume your time since this one talks about the logic puzzle. So this one, will like test your analysis, okay, your critical thinking, okay, like everything, all the techniques that you know, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it's completely up to the person. Okay, so some people can solve this logic puzzle in just 5 minutes. Some cannot solve this one in 30 minutes or in, even an hour. So with that, maybe you need more practice. Okay. Well, anyway, so let's now start with the logic puzzle. So when we see logic puzzle, so there's actually hundreds of different types of logic puzzles, but we will only talk about one logical puzzle, and then the other one is still a puzzle, but it's not under a logic or a logical puzzle anymore. So it's a different kind of puzzles. Well, let's start with the definition of logic puzzles. So logic puzzles can be solved by using deductive reasoning and a chart that enables us to display the given information in a visual manner. Okay, so I think mostly, in all kinds of puzzle, we do use deductive reasoning, but yeah, well, uh, we still use inductive reasoning since observation comes first before the rules, the general maybe formulas or the techniques and so on and so forth that the others are applying. So yeah, it's a combination of inductive and then deductive reasoning. But mostly we use deductive reasoning to solve this kind of puzzles or this kind of things. Okay, so let's have this example. Okay, so solving a logic puzzle. So we have here the call this one the scenario. Okay, so each of 4 neighbors, so we have Sian, Maria, Sarah, and then Brian has a different occupation. Okay, so one of them is editor, another one is a banker, another one is a chef, and then the other one is a dentist. Okay, so from the following clues, determine the occupation of each neighbor. So they have different occupations. So there is no way that Sian has 2 occupations. So this one has a different occupation from the other. So the same with Maria, Sarah, and then Brian. So here are the clues that we can use to find out which is which. Like Sian is maybe the editor, Maria is maybe the chef, and so on and so forth. Okay. So I will give you guys a minute maybe to read everything. Though, yeah, we'll still solve this one step by step. So don't you guys worry. But yeah, I'll just give you guys a minute to read everything. All right, so 1 minute is already over. So let's now proceed with the solutions. So I hope you guys got an idea already how to solve this one. So you can draw a simple table like this. So we can have the names on the left side, and then we have their jobs on the top side. So here are the given clues. I included the given clues right here, so we can still have the reference. So from clue one, Maria is not the banker or the dentist. So it says here that Maria gets home from work after the banker but before the dentist. So from there, we already know that she is not a banker or not a dentist at the same time. So we could already X this one out for for Maria as her job. So she is not a banker, and then she is not a dentist. So this X1 right here is an indication that this one came from clue number 1. Okay, X1. Okay, or you can just simply write X, so it doesn't matter actually. But yeah, just to make it more understandable. So this one came from clue number 1. So that's why it has a number 1 in here. So X1. Okay. So are we clear on the first clue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, may I request everybody to open their camera, so just I can, I just can, I can see your reaction or your faces. Okay, hello, Mr. Christian. Okay, hello, Mr. Sebastian, and then Mr. Brens. Oh, wow, what a nice virtual background. So, I don't know what you call that, pero parang yan yung sa, I don't know, yung sa nakikita ko lang sa,
Karaoke, sir.
ano yan? Karaoke ba?
Karaoke po.
'Di ba 'yan yung dance na
Opo, yung sumasayaw sa karaoke 'pag kakanta.
nalimutan ko yung pangalan, hindi kasi ako sumasayaw, eh. Well, anyway, yeah, nakita ko sa, SM. Yeah, so here is the, thing that we can do with clue number 1. So we have 2, X on our table. Well, moving on, clue number 2. From clue number 2, Sarah, who is the last to get home from work, is not the editor. So with this, since it talks about, getting home, and then talking about your arrangement to get home. So let's write this one, arrangement of them in. Okay, so the first one is home from work after the banker. So we could say bank first, and then followed by Maria, and then the dentist, but before the dentist. And then it says here, Sarah, who is the last to get home. So we already know that Sarah is the last one to get home from those 3 people. Okay, to get home from work is not the editor. So that simply means that Maria could be the editor, Sian could be the editor, or the other one could be the editor. But Sarah is not an editor anymore. So with that, we can just simply, where should I put this one? Na lang. So with that, we can just simply X mark this one under Sarah, since she is not an editor. And then she is not also a banker, okay, since the first one to get home is a banker, and then she's the last one to get home, right? So again, maybe I'll give you guys 30 seconds to analyze how did we get those X, X2, X2 right here under Sarah, and then the banker. So just let me know once it's clear, once you already get this one. Okay, that's okay, Mr. Daddies, if you don't have a webcam. So yeah. Okay, so are we good already on the clue number 2? So just let me know if you need more time. So don't you worry. We have enough time to finish this module, since this one is 16 slides only. Very, very quick to finish. Oops. All right, so I guess we can now move on to clue number 3. So clue number 3, the dentist and Sarah leave for work at the same time. Okay, so with this one is quite hard to understand. So I will just use the previous one. Okay, kunin ko na lang yung sa PowerPoint so that I can copy and paste this one and then edit this one at the same time. Okay, let me just get the design so we can have the same representation. All right, so from here, let's do this one step by step. So the dentist and Sarah leave for work at the same time. So we can put here that the dentist and Sarah leaves at work at the same time. So both of them goes home at the same time. And then from here, we already know that Sarah is not a dentist, right? So if Sarah is not a dentist, then we can just put here x3. This one came from clue number 3. And then with that, the only remaining one for Sarah is chef. So from here, we can already conclude that Sarah's job is a chef. So with that, we can put a check mark on this one already. Okay, so are we clear? Were you guys able to get this part under Sarah? And chef. Sarah is a chef. Okay, so if you need more time, just let me know, okay? And then from here, since the job chef, this job right here was already occupied by Miss Sarah, so there is no way that Maria is a chef, and there is no way that Sian is also a chef. So the same with Brian. Okay, so we can put 3x on those, given cells. And then with that, we now again one remaining job, that is not X for Miss Maria. So we can conclude that Maria is the editor. So were you guys able to follow so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so with that again, there is no way that Sian and Brian is an editor. So you can just put X on this cell and the same with this cell right here. So with that, we cannot do anything more, I guess, from those clues 1, 2, and 3. So we need clue number 4 to finish everything. So the bunker lives next door to Brian. So we already know that Brian is not the bunker. So Brian must be a dentist since Brian lives next door to the bunker. So X4, and this one is a check. And then from here, we have X4 since there is no way that the others or the Mr. Cian is also a dentist. And we can conclude that Cian is a bunker. Okay. So with that, we were able to fulfill everything, and then get the individual jobs. So Maria is the editor, and then Cian is the banker, and then Sarah is a chef, and then Brian is the dentist. So do we have the same answer? Do you guys have the same result? So let's see if we have the same answer right here. Okay, so Maria, banker, chef, and then dentist. Okay. So I think we have the same result. So are we clear so far?
Yes, po, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What about you, Mr. Brexor? Napakasari. At first glance, I thought
Okay.
that was a profile picture because your face was not moving at all. So then I realized, why is it slightly moving? Okay, so just let me know if you guys need more time. So don't you guys worry, we have plenty of time for this one, since After this, we can now move on to the next one, which is the KenKen puzzle. So there's actually plenty of puzzles out there. So I've been searching a while ago, and I saw this one. Just click this third link, logical puzzles, questions and answers. Okay, let's go to the website itself. So there's a bunch of puzzles right here, like logic puzzle, math puzzle, brilliant puzzle, rebus puzzle. I don't even know the others. And then one branch of that one is logical puzzle. And then as you guys can see right here, we have more different puzzles right here. Okay. And then I've been trying to look for a similar uh, you know, puzzle, something like this, but I cannot find a specific a website which only talks about this kind of puzzle. So that is why I included, ang tagal mag-load. I included this website right here, which is a general form of the different kinds of puzzle. So it is now up to you which one you would like to to answer or to try to answer. So napakarami. Yeah. Anyway, and then the reason why there's only two puzzle included in mathematics in the modern world, because I'm just following the book. Okay, maybe you guys are wondering, bakit sir, bakit yan lang? So, pwede bang magdagdag pa? Pwede naman, pwede naman. Kaso nga lang, hindi na sila under the course learning outcomes anymore. Okay? So there's only two. This one, the logical puzzle, specifically this kind of puzzle. And then the last one is the KenKen puzzle. Then after that, no more puzzles. Okay? So that is why this module 4 is just a short discussion. So are we clear with this logical puzzle so far? So if you have questions, just let me know so we can talk about it now. Grabe naman yung virtual background mo, Miss Rihanna. Kakagulat naman si Wilala yan. Pero mukha niya yung announcer dati sa Miss Universe. Ayan, tama, yung Miss Universe. Yung nagkamali. Well, anyway, so if you guys don't have a question anymore, then I guess we can now proceed to our last topic. Okay, so just a question. Anyone here who has an idea about KenKen puzzle or who have tried solving a KenKen puzzle? Mr. Fardo, have you heard KenKen puzzle? Have you already heard this one or no idea? What about the others? Mr. Umanhan, Mr. Brexor, Mr. Esguera, Miss Rihanna? First time. Okay. So maybe that is also my question. So sa dinami-dami ng puzzle dito, why KenKen puzzle? Okay. And then it's not just parang ano bang tawag dito? It's not a general puzzle like supposedly there's like 10 different kinds of puzzle, but the specifically included KenKen puzzle instead of the others. Parang ganun na lang. Maybe the reason why is this is a new puzzle, but I doubt that there is more latest or more newer kind of puzzles out there. But yeah, maybe this one is a super brilliant idea. Okay, so what do I mean by super brilliant idea? So the others are also okay. It will help you to maybe become more a critical thinker. Like parang ano bang tawag dito? Mas magiging, what is the proper term? Parang mas magiging visualizer ka. Okay, mas mabi-visualize mo yung mga bagay-bagay ng saglitan lang. Unlike the others, yes, they are a puzzle also, but they won't help you that much. Maybe that's the reason why. And yeah, so let's start with the definition of the KenKen puzzle. So KenKen is an arithmetic-based logic puzzle that was invented by the Japanese mathematics teacher Tetsuya Miyamoto in 2004. So the noun Ken has knowledge and awareness as synonyms. So hence, KenKen translates as knowledge squared or awareness squared. Okay, or we could say knowledge and then awareness. Okay, so I had of those. So in recent years, the popularity of KenKen has increased at a dramatic rate. So more than a million KenKen puzzle books have been sold. So maybe this is, the reason why they included this topic, in mathematics, in the modern world, in this subject. Maybe because it's popular to many, and then they noticed that this one is one of the best puzzles out there. Okay. And KenKen puzzles now appear in many popular newspapers, including the New York Times and the Boston Globe. So if your maybe idea is published or has been announced in New York Times, then that's probably, or that is for sure a brilliant idea, or a good news, or a something that is this one extra, anong tawag doon? Kalimutan ko yung term. But yeah, it's like super amazing maybe. And then KenKen puzzles are similar to Sudoku puzzles. So I'm pretty sure that most of you, okay, most of us right here have already tried solving a Sudoku puzzle. So meron naman siguro, 'di ba? Or lahat naman siguro tayo alam yung Sudoku puzzle. Is there anyone there who doesn't know how to solve Sudoku puzzle? Mr. Dulnuan.
Sir,
So do you have any idea what is Sudoku puzzle?
this person.
Okay, great. So huwag kayong mahihiya kung di nyo alam. Okay, so that is just one reason. You're just, you guys are just giving me reasons to explain me this KenKen puzzle, thoroughly. Because if you already know how to play Sudoku puzzle, then for sure, in just 5 minutes reading the rules, you can already solve a KenKen puzzle. Since this one is super similar with Sudoku puzzle. Okay. So this one also require you to perform arithmetic to solve the puzzle. So the same with KenKen puzzle, but it's just that there is a twist. Okay, there is an additional thing that you need to do in a KenKen puzzle. Anyway, so here are the common, simple and common rules. I think this one is same with Sudoku. So for a 3x3, of course, that one is ranging from 1 to 3 numbers only. Okay, and then for the 4x4, of course, it's ranging from 1 to 4. And then let's say up to 20x20, then of course it's ranging from 1 to 20 possibilities. Okay, but don't you guys worry. I will only give maybe up to 6x6. So 7x7 is super hard already. 8x8 is super hard, and then 9x9, it's like for if you have nothing to do in your entire day. Okay, so even 10x10 is already like maybe 2 days to solve. Okay, well, if you're a genius, maybe when it comes to Sudoku puzzle, then I think 8x8 or 9x9 is easy to you. Anyway, so this is of course the main thing that you guys need to remember. So do not repeat a number in any row or column. Okay, so the same thing with Sudoku puzzle. So the numbers in each heavily outlined. So this is now the thing that is new when it comes to KenKen puzzle. So numbers in each heavily outlined set of squares are called cages. Okay, so this one must combine in some order to produce the target number. So in the top left corner of the cage, excuse me, of the cage using the mathematical operation indicated. And then cages with just one square should be filled in with the target number. So later on, you will see what does this one mean. And then a number can be repeated within a cage as long as it is not in the same row or column. Okay, so what is this cage that I'm talking about right here? Okay, so let's start by solving this 4x4 puzzle. So as you guys can see, it says here with 8 cages. So what are those cages? So this yellow color right here. So this one is 1, 2, 3 cells. This one is 1 cage. Okay, so one cage, another cage for the orange, another cage for this one, another cage for this one, and then another cage for this, one cell. So this is also possible. One cell is equal to one cage. So two cell is equal to one cage, and then two cell is equal to one cage. And then if you guys are going to count those cages, we have a total of 8 cages. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Okay. And the next thing that you might have already, noticed, so is a number, okay, above of that certain cage. So each cage, okay, has a certain number and then a certain operator. Okay, so in here we have 6, and then we have here the operator. So in here, the number right here is our target number. Okay, and how do we solve that target number? So we have to use this operator. So in here we have multiplication. So this one is a 4x4 grid, so we can use 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we have to think of a number. We have to think of a number that is equal to 6 by using a multiplication. So one possibility is 1 times 2 times 3. So this one is equal to 6. And then we've only used an operator multiplication. Okay, so we can put here 1, 2, and then 3, or 3, 2, 1. So depending on whether what is your technique. So in my case, so I could just simply put here 1 and then 2 and then 3. Okay, so there's still a lot of things to work on this one, since we don't know the correct arrangement. But for now, let's just say that we have 1, 2, and then 3 right here. So with that, I guess we'll be needing this one. And then let's just compare. Oops. Let's just compare our answer later on. Let's see, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. So were you guys able to get this one so far? All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about row 3 and 4? Let's start by doing this one. Okay. So if you were given by this one cage, one cell. So whatever is the target number, just simply put that target number. Okay, this one is a freebie or a bonus. Okay, the same with this one. So we just simply put 1 right here. Okay, but what about this row 3 and 4? This 4x right here. So we can have 2 times 2, but repeating 2 in same column is not like available, or I mean it's not valid rather. Okay, because we cannot repeat same numbers in the same row or column. So the only left that we can do in here is 1 and 4, or 4 and 1, right? Okay, but in my case, I will put 1 here, and then I'll put 4 here, since I already know that 1 is right here. Okay, and I have to solve this one because I'm already sure that the number right here is 1 and then 4. So I have to put here the 1 and then the 3 right here. Okay, so were you guys able to follow so far? And then for this 12x, so there's only 2 number that we can come up with the 12. So it's 3 times 4 or 4 times 3. But since we already have the 4 in here, so we have to put 3 in here and then 4 in here. Okay, and for the 7 plus, so I will just continue this one on the part 2, since we don't have enough time anymore. So goodbye for now, and then see you guys on the part 2. Okay,
Yes, sir.
goodbye. All right, so hello again. So let me just check if you guys are already in front of your computers. So just give me thumbs up. So to those who have their cameras open, so of course no need since I can already see your faces. Oh, what happened to your face, Miss Rihanna? Is that a real mask? Ah, okay, so it's just like a virtual. Okay, so I think most of you are already here. All right, so moving to row 4, without solving its 1, we already know that this 1 is 2. Okay, that is again another bonus since we already know that this 1, 3, and 4 right here is already okay. Okay, and the next thing that we can do is okay. So we can already solve this 1. This what is this color, like pink, push-up pink? Okay, so we have to have a result of 1, and then we have to use uh, subtraction. So 2 minus 1 is of course 1. So we already know that this 1 is 1. Ah, okay. Bakit ganon? There is a repeated 1. If this is 4 and 1, no, there is no way. And this is 1 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is a possibility.
3
No.
and 2, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So we can have 3 and 2 or 4 and 3. Okay, but of course we still need 2. So we can have 3 and 2. So 3 minus 2. So thank you for that one. Okay, so whoever is that. So hindi ko nakita yung mukha. Anyway, so we're now done with this push-upping. So we can either go with this gray right here or this orange right here. But let's just go with the orange first instance. Right? It seems that this one is a lot easier. So we have here 7 plus, so we can have 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 3. So let's just put here 4 maybe, and then 3. Okay, yeah. So this one is sure also, since we already have the 3 right here. So the last one is this 8x right here. So we can have 1 times 2 times 4. So 1 should be here, and then 4 is here, and then 3 is here. 1, 2, and 4. So 1, 2, and 3. So let's check everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the same with vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I guess we were able to get the correct answer in every cells. Oops. So were you guys able to follow so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So let's try to I guess no need to compare since this one is already a proof that we already got the correct answer. So yeah, just recheck this one, okay, on this PDF whether this one is correct or no. But yeah, that is how to do or how to solve a KenKen puzzle. Okay, so the same with same with Sudoku puzzle, but there is a slight twist. Okay, like there's additional thing like the cage, and then the target number, and then the operator that need to use. Okay, all right. So here are the some basic puzzle solution strategies. So for the single square cages, just fill cages that consist of a single square with the number target number for that square. So it is just saying that you have to find single square cages because this one is already a bonus like this one and this one right here. Okay. And then the second thing that you can do is maybe, you can find cages with 2 squares or 2 cells. So next examine these cages, the cages with exactly 2 squares. So many cages that cover 2 squares will only have 2 digits that can be used to fill the cage. For instance, in a 5 by 5 puzzle, okay, a 20x cage with exactly 2 squares can only be filled with 4 and 5 or a 5 and 4. Okay. So with that, you can easily have or make some changes just in case that the arrangement is not correct. And the next thing you can do is maybe you can find large or small target numbers. Okay, so we have to search for cages that have an unusually large or small target number. So these cages generally have only a few combinations of numbers that can be used to fill the cage. Okay, so like for examples, in a 6x6 puzzle, a 120x cage with exactly 3 squares can only be filled with 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so with that, it'll be easily able to solve things. And then you can just simply shuffle those 3 numbers. And then a 3 plus cage with exactly 2 squares can only be filled with 1 and 2. Okay, well, this one still depends on on the one who's going to solve that puzzle. So we have different kinds of approach. We have different kinds of techniques and strategies. So you can feel free to use or do wherever you're comfortable with. Okay. So duplicate digit in a cage. So this is also possible as long as, again, they are not in the same row or column. So like 3x, so we can duplicate, of course, a 1. So 1, 3, 1. Okay, so this is actually the correct arrangement already. If we have this 3x right here, so there is no other way, or there is no other combinations of numbers that you'll come up with this 3 right here. Okay, and remember the following rules, of course. So in an n by n puzzle, so each row and column must contain every digit from 1 to n. So again, if it's 8 by 8, then the numbers that you can use is from 1 to 8 only. Okay, so do not use 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so whatever is the highest grid. So let's say if it's 8 by 8, then you can use up to 8. If it's 6 by 6, then you can use 1 to 6 only. Okay, and then make a list of possible digits. So most likely, if you're out of strategies already, or the things that you can do, so just make a list of possible digits. So let's come up with different kinds of arrangements, maybe, or possibilities. And yeah, and then if you don't have any remaining techniques aside from making a list of possible digits, then of course you can just guess and check. Okay, so this is your last scenario. Okay, so I think most likely ito naman yung nangyayari. So just guess and check. So this is the fastest way, trial and error. Okay, so of course you can find more techniques, maybe tips, on the internet. So many internet sites provide additional strategies for solving KenKen puzzles, and you may benefit from watching some of the video tutorials that are available online. Okay, so I think this one will help. So practice KenKen, and then this so this quizzes is like most likely a not application. So it's like the history, okay, and so on and so forth. But if you want an actual a practice, then you have to check this another link that I include here, this practice KenKen. So in here you can choose the thing that you can use. So maybe everything. So multiplication, division, addition, adduction, and then you can choose maybe the difficulty, let's say hard, and then just click play, and then it will generate a certain puzzle, and then it will give you a time. So let's say you were able to finish this one in 10 minutes, then yeah, it will stop at exactly 10 minutes. So yeah, this one is super fun to play because just by clicking, and then it will give you different kinds of numbers to use, and then it's now up to you to check whether this one is correct or no. Okay, so yeah, you can check, and then you can click here the solution. All right, and yeah, that's actually already it for this module. Okay, So there's only 2 topics. However, of course, as usual, I'm going to have a quiz. So quiz for the logic puzzle, which is super similar with my last example, and then a quiz on a KenKen puzzle. Okay, so yeah, the due date of those activities will be on October 4th. And then, of course, as usual, you're going to have a case study or a discussion. So the due date of this one is also in October 4th. So just check the facts, just read that one, and then you can read more on this reference right here. So just try to share, okay, maybe your ideas or your opinion. So there is no incorrect answer in this one. Okay. So yeah, just check this one out later on. So the due date of this one is also on October 4th. So yeah, we're done with the module 4. So next meeting is coming Thursday. We'll talk about statistics. Okay. Though this statistics is just just introduction. Okay, not super hard statistics. So any question or a clarification so far?
Oh, sir.
Or yeah, I think that's already it. So wala naman na akong maidadagdag pa. So yeah, we're already done. So you guys may now go. So again, I thank everyone since you guys are still actively participating in our Zoom meetings, even though you already know that this one is recorded and you can just simply watch this one once you're in the mood and then once you're free. So malaking bagay yung pag-attend nyo. Kasi I have one class before since I've mentioned that all of our meetings will be recorded. And then there were 40 of them, but ilan yung uma-attend? 5 lang, 4 lang. So sabi ko, hindi ko na lang kaya i-record yung Zoom meetings. Tingnan nga natin kung anong gagawin ng mga to, sabi ko. So, yeah. Anyway, nakakonsensya pa rin ako kasi yung iba talaga namang valid yung reason. Like, yung internet talaga nila is mabagal. Wala pang enough. Yung gadget nila, cellphone lang, tapos ang bagal pa. So, kawawa naman yung iba. Anyway, so yeah, you guys may know go. And then, again, thank you guys for coming. And then, keep safe, everyone.
Seeing you, sir.
Yes, sir. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.
Thank you po.
Welcome.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye.